Howdy. So I'm working with AI today to get some unit testing in. Now, I pretty much have it fully implemented on user account, which was a smaller service. I'm struggling a bit getting it implemented in other. To be fair, I struggled a bit getting it all working in user account. So a lot of AI interaction, which AI tends to be going, oh, too far to the left. Oh, no, wait, too far to the right. No, just a little bit more to the left. A tad more to the right. It's like, that's what I feel like. You're just, yay, maybe we get it. So, yeah, we're kind of just going back and forth here a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Each method signature. What are we doing here? To fix this, add ops, what? Oh, seriously? So the problem I was having just now is okay, well, I guess we got that. Let's go back here now. Okay, so the problem I was having was that when I did a mock simulator, it wants to mock your actual simulator service. But it wants to mock it with every single function in the simulator service. And streamer service only needs like 5 or 6 of the calls. So it doesn't need every function in the simulator service. And I'm like, well, we don't need to mock the whole service. And I said, is there a way we can mock it partially? And so, yeah, it's kind of helping me set up a partial mock of the simulator client so that it only expects certain values. Now, has it worked? As of yet, not so much. So I'm still kind of still trying to get this kind of functioning here. So it's kind of an interesting, it's probably even a good thing that this is doing this. Oh look, that kind of fixed something, sort of. Oh, now user client. Oh no. I'm gonna have to do the same dang thing with the user client. Okay, so the streamer service interacts with a couple of different clients, the user client and the simulator client. Worse yet, the simulator, when I get to that one, is interacting with like 3 different services. It interacts with the coach client, the coach, the user, and the play. Is it the playbook? So it interacts with a number of things. And it seems I'm going to have the same problem here with this one. Yeah. So I'm going to have to do the same thing with user. It looks like user. I bet you user is the same one here. Yep. User client. Oh, God. And it's the same thing. It's not implementing something that's in user. Yeah. Creator update team. Yeah. We don't need that. All right, so now we need to do the same thing for the mock user client. We only want to mock client functions that streamer serves. Yeah, so this has been kind of a thing. I decided I'm trying to get unit testing in. At some point, I have to get it into all of my functions, especially as I get deeper and deeper in. I need to make sure that I can run my tests and everything works. Now these are unit testing that is basic functionality. We're passing dummy data in, so it's not integration testing. Integration testing will be the next thing. I don't have integration testing set up. But the big difference is, for those who don't know the difference in integration and mock testing. Mock testing is you pass in your own dummy data, and you don't ever actually call the database. You just kind of pretend you're calling the database, or certain functions and data are just being given to it rather than actually pulled from a database service. Integration testing actually uses the database. It actually, oftentimes it'll put data in the database and remove the data from the database. It'll actually use valid database calls. So you're testing everything. And you're actually testing real data a lot of times. You can actually have it go through and go, okay, well, create a test that runs this or runs that. You can have it actually make sure that things are doing what they're supposed to do. Like, I want to create some tests that actually run my simulator when it gets going. They can run it like 1,000 times and without any UI interaction, so that I can see if all of my tweaks and adjustments that I do to players over time will have what their effects are, and can I get it down into this zone of perfection, that I set for perfection. I'll set ranges and things that I want to have certain effects. And really, there's only so much you can do, right? So you got to tweak this or that, because you can have a lot of players doing a lot of things. You're doing computer simulations, and to be accurate, you got to give it a pretty wide berth, right? What do you call it? Standard deviations that allow it to go this far over, this far under. If it gets too far over, like say for example, the most rushing yards ever ran in a season by a player, what, 2,000 yards, 2,200 yards. Okay, so you put in a player that's roughly that level of stats, roughly that level of skill. Now, it doesn't happen very often, and since you can't really match up without the stats of that entire season and playing those exact same games, you can't really replicate that, right? But you put in a really good player, and then you kind of go, what's the average running yards of a player in the league? On any one given player, the average yards, is it 50, 60, 70 yards? Now, you would expect the best players to be, up in the 80, 90 range, right? And now, you don't always hit 2,000, but you might. So you kind of keep an eye out for the, you run a bunch of tests and you go, okay, what's the most yards any of these players have ever ran? You'd hope your best players are reaching numbers, every now and then of 1,500 to 2,000 yards. You don't expect to break the record with these guys because, well, you may not have the best players, but if you're hitting a bunch of 3,000 yard seasons by a bunch of randos, then there's some tweaking you need to do, right? They're either breaking too many tackles, do you have to up the defense? Do you have to or weaken the offense? But either way, you got to kind of up your odds and adjust those to kind of make sure you're getting realistic numbers. Because on the whole, great running backs, unless you're Barry Sanders or Adrian Peterson in his best years, or some of these guys are doing really good, you rarely run 1,500 yards. 1,500 plus is like great. So most players, if they play full time and get through every week, probably not doing better than 1,000 to 1,500 yards in most cases. And there should be a few. The best players might have some anomalies, or they're hitting upwards of 2,000. But you shouldn't be getting you shouldn't be hitting 3,000. In fact, I'd like to see if I can make sure I balance out running games, so nobody can hit numbers like a 3,000. Or maybe it's vaguely possible. Hey, Disky, how you doing? But I got to balance it out so that it's rare. It'd be really hard. It would have to be a perfect storm of perfection with the best. Only the greatest player in your league can pull that off, right? So I would want to have some pretty good testing to make sure that it can run a bunch of games. He follows you. Well, that's good. You're doing it, man. You're getting stuff. If you touch him, you lose your score. Well, he's not a very good follower. Hey, buddy, how's it doing? No! Don't touch him. Now you got to start having, it is fun when your stuff starts to work, right? When you start getting cool things going. So it's even mine when I'm just simulating a game. It's just fun to watch it run, knowing what's going on in the background and seeing everything functioning. It's just kind of like, this is cool to watch, even though it's not 100%. It's not really ready for prime time, but it's still it's just like you just start getting that sense of satisfaction of stuff happening. User account client. Wait, service. Where am I? Oh, that's the problem. I'm on the wrong thing. Blah. All right. So we got simulator client. Now we got to get user client. So like I said, the problem I'm having with I'm implementing unit testing into my code. No. It's early stages. It's not bad. It's early stages. Eventually you just keep adding stuff, making it do more, and it starts having a gamification where it just starts becoming more and more satisfying as to everything it's doing. I like my game, my simulation game. It doesn't do that much. I don't think it's bad. It's just not fully a game yet. It's not fully implemented. But I like the way it plays when it does its thing. I don't even know if my POC works right now. I'm curious. I haven't tried to run it in so long. Let's see what this does. It might not even work. Yeah, it doesn't even look like it's calling it. Okay, so what I did was originally the way stuff is happening. Oops. Wait, maybe it was just crazy slow. Really? Is it gonna load? Man, that is really slow. I gotta fix that. I don't gotta fix it because I'm slowly gonna replace this. This is going away, but weird. I'm just shocked that even loaded. I didn't think it was still functional. Let's just click on here and let it sit for a second. I think I may have tweaked something. That's really slow now, though. It never was. I must have done something that it's got it doing something it shouldn't be doing. All right, so the clock's running. Yeah, it's buggy now. Well, like for one, why is it not? Why is the band in the middle of the field now? Oh yeah, my field doesn't resize. Hey, I totally broke this, but oh wait, something's happening. Oh, now it's lined up correct. Holy moly! Yeah, there's definitely some breakage going on here. I don't know why it's acting so slow. I don't know what's going on with that. It doesn't really matter because ultimately I'm getting rid of all this. But I do expect there will be a point where this will be fully functioning based on back-end feedback. But, oh wait, why isn't that even showing up? You can't see what I'm doing. No. Why isn't that showing? Why is that not showing? Hello. There it goes. I don't know why that was weird. Okay. So, yeah. This is my my old POC. This is how it looked at the time of my original design. This is just the proof of concept that I had running. But it ran a lot faster, a lot smoother. Since I've implemented other stuff lately, I've done something that's got it all dogging out, but it's all right. It's just a matter of, it's just cool that it still works. I didn't think it was going to work much longer because I basically rerouted a lot of my code that this was using, and I'm structuring it to work with the back end and be a lot more effective. So, this POC you're looking at here, proof of concept, is fully running on React. It's all front end code. There's no back end code on this at all. This is just my proving that I could set up a simulation and have it play out. I just and it did run a lot smoother when I had it working correctly, but it's just not important enough to me to work on anymore because, like I said, this is going away. But it's kind of fun to have this, kind of just knowing it's there. That's why I haven't deleted it. But what I've been doing is trying to implement unit testing, and as a result, I've had some fun with trying to get everything to work, because the code kept wanting to reference every single function in the service clients that they referenced. I'm like, that doesn't, it's not going to work. So I had to change it to only reference part of those clients so that we don't have a hopefully I won't need to do too many more. I know a streamer or a simulator has a bunch. Whatever just happened there, they didn't even score. This game has no real logic in it. It's all random values being pulled. The whole game is designed randomly. It uses, like, sometimes it gets long runs or short runs, and they're just numbers that if it hits certain value, certain random counts, it gets this number or that number or this number, and so it'll just go back and forth, and you get stuff. But it did everything. It has everything from kickoffs and returns and field goals. I mean, it does the whole bit, but it's just, you know, it's not tied to anything. There's no real logic in it. Function add random team. Create a background. Servers, chat commands, test.go. All right, so we got mock user client. Okay. Simulator client, user client. Okay, there we go. So what do we got? Get user. Is it like fully compiling, or is it just not showing the errors? I think it's just not showing the errors at the moment. That's at least what I think. Ah, stop it. Mock user client. Like I said, there's a bunch of functions in my various clients, and Streamer doesn't reference them all, so there's no reason to have every single one of these guys. Oh. Wait, what did I do? Oops. Let's take that out. Let's put that back. Okay, what do we got? It kind of looks like everything's working. Let's go see what happens when I run this. And my command is, I think, test something? Go test. Dot dash v. Go test dot dash v. Let's see what works and what doesn't. Well, we definitely have some failing functions. How many? All of them? No, some of them worked. Pass, 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 run, 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 pass, 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 no errors. But then we have, I think, we got a lot of logging with this one. Join team, get change, get message. Found game, user, found game, blah, 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 blah. Error trace. We definitely have some error issues here. So let's see what happens when we go find this one. Okay, few test errors. Iron out. I gotta say, I've been handing over the unit test design to AI because AI, I'm not familiar enough with Go, much less with the unit testing process of Go. So I'm not terribly comfortable in writing unit tests in it. And it's writing a lot of code. Look at this. So if you look at service chat commands, test.go, and then look at how much code is just for the test. There's more code, more lines of code for the testing of all these functions than there is actual function code. Oh yeah, that's it. That's all there is for the functions. But the tests are like all up and down this page. That is some crazy amount of testing code. A lot of it is setup, right? So setting up the simulators and all the bits and parts. And honestly, if I really thought about it, I'd like set up like I put a function in here for setup. You know, rather than, because these aren't actually tests. All these are is setup for the tests. You know, like I could call it like chat command tests or service chat command setup test setup, and then I would put all these things in there, and then these are the actual tests, and then I could put those and actually, you know, because there's all this setup is all this chunk here could just be somewhere else. I don't need to have it there. And then down here, the actual tests. But the tests are still pretty hardy. I mean, these are all individually testing. And the thing is, they're big because you can see here they're passing lines of data to functions. They're giving you dummy data everywhere. So, you know, that's kind of a thing, right? Hey, so if you ever use Copilot, Microsoft Copilot, not GitHub Copilot, it used to have one of the latest updates had a really cool chat feature. You talk to it, and it worked really good. But recently, it's been blowing up. I haven't been able to get it to run, even on my phone, on my computer, anything. So, whatever they did, it's kind of broke. Let's see if it still works today.
Hey, Kenneth, what's on your mind today?
Hey, good to see you back. You haven't worked in a while. The last few days, things have been kind of broken.
Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Glad to be back in action. Let's make up for lost time. What's up?
Nothing yet. I'll get to you soon, but I just wanted to see if you were back in function.
I'm all systems go. Whenever you're ready, I'll be here. Talk soon.
Okay. I think I can't help but wanting to talk to him, man, because he's friendly dude. AI, you know, just hey, how's it going, man? Hey, Nintendo, how you doing, man? I wonder why it says spamming caps. Who put in any caps? You put one capital B and one capital D. How is that spamming caps? Come on. Oh, it's a disky. Oh, so your little two heads must use a lot of capitals? Those little face things? They must use capitals. Huh. And Nightbot gets a little crazy. I just use defaults for its, you know, kind of moderation, but I think sometimes it gets kind of carried away. I get the spamming all caps bit, but usually it'll complain if you do 3 emojis in a row. But I don't think it must not have recognized your faces as emojis. Must have but it translated them, because usually if it can't understand them, it'll put up some nonsense. But all right, what do we got here? What did I do? Oh, we were trying to fix stuff. Okay, so test join game. Update assertions and testing. The join game function in service handles the team not found case by returning false. Not an error. Update the assertion accordingly. Okay, so we need to go to test join game. Test join game. And then we'll just take this guy. Man, see, my test functions are huge. They're gargantuan, man. Create request, set a mock for add team. Set a mock for get team by name. Join non-existent game. Nope. Wait. Do we have a join non-existent game? How do we have a join non-existent game? Why is that even a thing? I shouldn't be able to join a non-existent game. Join game with non-existing team name. Join game with non-existent team. Oh, these are just error tests, making sure that, it's not possible. That's what's going on. Who does? Who's they? And what AI models are you talking about? I'm using Gemini 2.5 right now. I swapped over to the to Gemini's 2.5 preview to try it out. I tell you though, it is back to that state where I used to be, where when I was using Claude 3.5 and ChatGPT 4. I was going back and forth because one would struggle to figure something out or give you a good solution, and then I'd go try the other one, and it would give you a different solution, but usually you find one that worked, right? Yeah, I saw that ChatGPT 4.1. What is 4.1? I thought it was I thought they went to 4.5. What is 4.1? Is that like, well, we don't want to give you a 4.5, but we'll give you a 4.1. It's like one of their iterations they never released, but they're going to give it to Copilot. I don't know. I don't know what that is. I thought they jumped up to 4.5, but I don't know I don't remember if I've tried that one yet though. But yeah, I saw that earlier. But anyway, I'm back to that point where now with Gemini 2.5 and Claude 3.7, I am finding myself trying them both out sometimes, because sometimes Claude kind of like can't figure something out, and then I'll try the other. You know what? Interestingly enough, Claude is struggling with the unit testing stuff. Claude 3.7 writing my unit tests or helping me write unit tests, it's struggling to get them set up correctly or getting them built right. I mean, it sets, it tries, but I end up with a lot of errors, and then it can't figure out how to resolve it, and it's kind of like one of those, I'm going too far to the left, too far to the right. Oh, no, not quite that, but no, let's try again. And it's all right, we'll go there. No, that's not working either. But so I tried Gemini, and Gemini's ironing out my test problems. So Gemini seems to be a little bit better at writing the unit test items than Claude is. which is interesting. So like I said, some of these, they have different models set up for different things, and I think they have their areas of I won't say expertise, I will say areas of better pertise. They're areas where they perform better than others. So I'm pretty sure better pertise is probably not a word, but hey, gotta try. Let's see where we are with our tests. I'm implementing unit tests into my streamer function. Yeah, Gemini's been pretty good at building my unit tests. It's able to fix the bugs and set them up. I think Claude writes them okay, but it messes up the setup. It can't quite figure out why certain things, like it expects certain things to work, and well, they don't. I got all kinds of tests in here. And we're successful up to a point. Join game with team. And then we got all my log messages, which are fine. Log messages. I'll have to get rid of some of those because they will bug me after a while. Error looking up team by team. Okay, so we have a couple of problems here. Game not found. I think this is not supposed to error like this. So we'll have to run that one. And this one is the run. Wait, where was I? Ah, I lost myself. Where'd it go? Error looking up team. Alright, so test join game. Alright. Test join game getting this error. I don't think we're supposed to be getting weird errors like this. I think it's supposed to be better formatted. I mean, error's fine, but oh, that's right. I have a what do you call it? One of those. I have one of those. What do you call it? FaceTime doctor's appointments at 3. So I'll probably have to stop about 2:55 and then do my thing, and then I'll probably be back around 3:15, 3:30. So this will be a shorter one while I get this going. But I will be back because I am going to keep going today again. Finally got some stuff working, but I'm just figuring, it's time to start getting some unit testing in my code because, unit testing is important. Plus, maybe it'll help me catch problems. Mock unexpected method calls. These guys look a little broken. That looks like a big fat hairy mess. This whole thing is a big fat hairy mess. What is this? Ugh. Let's see what it says. Also, a bunch of other issues. Let's see what this does. I'm only giving it chunks at a time because I wanted to be able to fix one thing at a time. And if it does something like it's struggling to fix it, I'll switch over to Claude, or maybe I'll try ChatGPT 4.1. What? Hey, let's just ask my buddy. Let's just talk to my verbal friend. What's he got to say?
Hey, Kenneth, what's on your mind today?
Hey, so I noticed that there's a new ChatGPT 4.1 in GitHub Copilot. How does that differ from the latest version of ChatGPT?
I'm not up to date on the details of the latest versions,
That's right.
but broadly, GitHub Copilot is geared more toward helping write code, whereas ChatGPT is a general-purpose AI for conversation and various tasks. Want me to dig deeper?
No, that's all right. But I forgot. You're probably the latest and greatest is probably not your. You're not going to have that. But thanks anyway. So. Yeah, I forgot about that. What? They're 6 months behind, a year behind. So if you ask it something that happened 2 weeks ago, it's going to go, what? The best person to ask would probably be Gemini. Or, not Gemini, ChatGPT. Because I'm pretty sure the latest of ChatGPT is 4.5. I probably can't ask. Let's see. Let's just go here. Chat GPT 4.5 versus Chat GPT 4.1. Yeah, see, these don't even talk about 4.1. Everybody's like, what the heck is 4.1? There ain't no 4.1. Are you making things up? Introducing GPT 4.1 in the API. April 14th. Okay, today we're launching 3 new models. They're models. These models outperform 4.0. Okay, with major gains in coding and instruction following. They also have larger context windows. Excels at the following industry standard measures. Got Nano, which we got Nano, Mini, 4.1. So it's a tiny bit better than 4.0. I don't know. That's a pretty tiny little gap to me. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't measure it out. MMLU, multilingual. It's got a little jump of it. So you're going to get better answers. How much better? I don't know. All right, so let's see what it got here. Branch verified accuracy, 5.5. See, 4.5. Well, wow, look at that. GPT 4.5 is way down here. And 4.1 is higher than 4.5. Interesting. Huh. That's interesting. Look at that. I mean, that's almost 20% better than 4.5. I don't know why. And then this Mini and O1 are even better. I didn't realize those are better than... Look at that. These guys are better than 4.5. Weird. All right, so Ader's polyglot benchmark accuracy. I don't know. 4.5 is in the middle. It's better than Mini, but not as good as 4.1. Interesting. So this 4.1 is... It's kind of like a code enhanced version. It's a better coding version. It's maybe doesn't focus on other stuff, but no, look here. What OpenAI instructions following eval accuracy, hard subset. 4.5 wins this one, but only by a little bit. Multi-challenge accuracy. 4.1 is way up here according to, well, let's see, 4.5 is over here. 4.1, huh. ChatGPT, I don't know what any of these mean. IF eval compared to 81% for 4.0 uses prompts with verifiable instructions, for example, specifying content length or avoiding certain terms or formats. Huh. Well, there you go. Looks like in some ways 4.1 is better than 4.5. Two needle accuracy versus input tokens. Are we reading left or right? What the heck? Input tokens, thousands. This is 1,000 input tokens. These ones probably only allowed 128,000. This one allows 1 million. So they're bringing it up. They're getting it up to being able to do 1 million like Gemini. Right? 1,000,000 is 1 million, right? GraphWalks. Huh. Yeah, well, that's a new guy to try out. I have to try 4.1. I guess it's better than 4.5 for coding, or at least that's what it looks like in their graphical nonsense. So, yeah, that's interesting. So I have to load this up just a minute. I will be right with you. This way I'm trying to set up my my meeting so that I don't have to, I can walk out at the last possible minute. 02. Sure. Should do that now. Don't. Really? Grr. I'll be right back. I gotta. Wait, can I do this? Can I just do that? Hey, it worked. Never mind. Close enough. No, I think I'm good. And nope. Oh God, how many of these are there? Holy moly! All right. No. Have you recently been? Oh no. None of these. No. Jeez. Are we done? Hold on, I'm almost done, I think. They really ask a lot of questions. All right, we're good. All right, so I have about 8 minutes, and I have to push this button and log off for a bit. So, but for now, I have 8 minutes to continue to figure this out. So, where was I? Oh, I'm trying to fix these tests. All right, so ensure the timestamp pro helper is present in service. Well, I have timestamp proto. Wait, timestamp proto? Wait. Streamer. Created at. Created at, and test. It's in the service test.go. Timestamp proto already exists in the service.go. Oh, function. Did I say service.go function? Service.go file. Methods to control mock failure modes. Where is this supposed to go? So much code. Yeah. Seriously, but they do run. They aren't not. They are. What are you talking about? Compile and run. Everything runs. I mean, everything is compiling and the tests do run. I just think they're broken. All right, we'll put this back, but I guarantee last time I took it out because it said it already existed. Yep, see? It's already existing. Oh, it's in service test.go. Oh. I get a redeclared error. It exists already in service test.go. All right, come on. You. She's such a goon, my dog. She'll like, the gate's open for her, just enough, but she has to push it open. And she pushes a little, pushes a little. I'm saying, go! She looks back. Aren't you going to open it for me? No, I'm not going to open it for you. You sure? No! She pushes a little bit more, looks back. I'm going downstairs. And I go downstairs to shut the door, and I hear her pushing through and walking upstairs. So I'm like, she's like, what the heck? Dang dog. What do you think I am, your servant? I'm the master. You're the dog. Open the door yourself when you can. There is a remove the timestamp pro function definition from service check commands. Oh, do I have it in there twice? Maybe that's part of the problem. I don't think so, though. Remove timestamp. Proto, that's just a using it. Yeah, those are just using it. Those aren't, that's not a thing. Alright, so I don't know what it's complaining about, but none of that's a problem. Okay, well, I wasn't complaining about how to remove the redeclared problem. I knew how to fix that. What I didn't know how to do is fix this. Alright, so back to what I was trying to accomplish. So what was the, oh, shooby-dooby. I'm not going to get far in 2 minutes. Let's see what I can do here. Shooby-dooby-doo. Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. I don't like it when it gives me an entire function like this that's massive and then says, hey, to fix this, Well, it wouldn't be so bad if it would give me the whole thing or tell me the exact lines to change. But what it does is it gives you chunks and goes, replace this. And then I got to figure out where does that fit? All too often I'm like, I can't find it. I don't know where it is. It's too big of a function. Create game with existing streamer key. Create game. See, that's already different. See, that one's different. So the top part is the same. Maximum client. So I don't need that. But this piece is different. This is the create game with existing streamer key. Create game with existing streamer key. Alright, well, that gave me a book. Mock anything of type. Anything of type. What the heck is that? Expect to get from get match any timestamp. Okay, well, I gotta go do my meeting. I'll be back probably shortly. So this will be a 51-minute stream, followed by what's next? Probably more testing. But I don't know. I also got to start working on my more UI stuff. But hey,